So the Phoenix Suns have been linked to Kenyon Martin Jr. and Eric Gordon of the Houston Rockets. Now, I think a move like this can definitely improve their roster, as previously they have been on a 5-game losing streak, recently just losing, ironically, to the Houston Rockets in a 14-point blowout. So improving their roster, getting more assets that can help them win right now is definitely the move, and moving guys like Jay Crowder, who hasn't even played for the Phoenix Suns, especially this season. I think they need to at least get some assets that can help them win right now. So we're going to talk about an Eric Gordon and Kenyon Martin Jr. trade to the Phoenix Suns and what it would look like. So what's up, my name is JDC. If you like what you see, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. And let's just get right into it. So it was reported by Shams that the Rockets, Suns, and Bucks were in a framework for a 3-team deal. The deal would have sent Jay Crowder to Milwaukee, Eric Gordon and Kenyon Martin Jr. or Kenyon Martin Jr. to the Phoenix Suns. In exchange, the Rockets would get some second-round picks and some salary filler players. So the reason the trade hasn't been through yet is because the Rockets, they want a first-round pick in exchange for Gordon and a pretty good first-round pick in exchange for Kenyon Martin Jr. if they decide to package both in the deal. So the reason I see the Milwaukee Bucks and the Suns benefiting from this deal, and even the Rockets, I mean, the Bucks, they get a good three-point shooter in Jay Crowder, and with Chris Middleton out right now, he can definitely slot into the 3 and give them some good floor spacing. With the Rockets, I mean, they get rid of Eric Gordon and Kenyon Martin Jr., both guys that, I wouldn't say they want to get rid of Kenyon Martin Jr., but he's been wanting to get out of the Rockets for, I would say, a couple months now. And for Eric Gordon especially, I mean, we've been shopping him for years to come. So hopefully we can get rid of Gordon's contract. I mean, him on the Phoenix Suns as sort of like a 6-man can definitely benefit the Suns. And with Kenyon Martin Jr., he can provide some sort of like a spark off the bench. He can drop the occasional 20 to 10 points per game off the bench. So that would be pretty good for the Rockets. They also get some good first-round picks in exchange for both of them. And finally, the Suns, I mean, they get a good veteran shooter in Eric Gordon who can create his own shot, like I said. And Kenyon Martin Jr., I think getting him on the roster, giving him some more youth on the team can definitely be great for the Phoenix Suns. They have guys like Mikal Bridges, who obviously is going to be the starting small forward for the team. DeAndre Ayton, who still is pretty young, and, guys off the bench, Campaign, Torrey Craig, Josh Okogie. Kenyon Martin Jr. coming on the Phoenix Suns. We'll see what happens. The thing about KJ is that I don't think he's going to get more minutes if he goes to any other team other than the Rockets, and it makes sense. With the Houston Rockets this season, I mean, he's been averaging around like 24 minutes per game on the Rockets. So going to a contender like the Phoenix Suns, I mean, I don't really know how much of a role he's going to have on the Suns and how many minutes he's going to get per game. So it's definitely going to be interesting. Hopefully Kenyon Martin Jr. can find his way in this league. I think he has a lot of potential over the season. 10 points per game, around 5 rebounds and around 1 assist is actually pretty good for a third-year guy. Looking at the shooting splits, I mean, 54% from the field and around 32% from 3. The 3-ball isn't falling, but we all know he can shoot that 3-ball. It's mostly just defense and his ability to be pretty athletic at times, and obviously his shooting too. It's definitely the selling point of this trade package, but also guys like Eric Gordon, who is honestly a guy that can just be there to fill out the role and just play his role, essentially being a guy that can give some veteran experience, a guy that can basically just shoot the ball. That's basically it. He's not going to score a lot. He's not going to, play defense all too well sometimes. I mean, he can play it at times, but mostly he's a pretty average defender. He's going to be a guy that's shooting. That's basically it. And really just the selling point of this trade package is Kenyon Martin Jr. So you guys can let me know what you guys think about this trade package. I mean, I think it's pretty much a win-win for every team. I mean, the Bucks don't really need first-round picks. They're still contending. The Suns, they get two good assets that can help them win right now. And with the Rockets, it frees up spaces for guys like Tyree Easton to start in the starting lineup, and guys like Josh Christopher, Ty Washington can get into the playing rotation for the Rockets, as they're still one of the worst teams, if not the worst team in the league. Although they are on a pretty good winning streak against, I think it was like the Bucks and the Suns. Yeah, they're on a 2-game winning streak, so we'll see. I don't know, the Rockets, they're in a pretty interesting position, but the Suns, they're definitely in an even worse position right now, as guys like Chris Paul, he's definitely regressing. DeAndre Ayton is actually having a pretty good year, but we'll see how long he wants to stay with the Phoenix Suns. And with Devin Booker, the winning window is definitely starting to close. We'll see what happens, but I think the Phoenix Suns can definitely get some value out of Jay Crowder, getting Eric Gordon and Kenyon Martin Jr. So you guys let me know what you think about the trade. That's the video, and out. Peace.